Hi all, welcome back to Guide to Solidworks, and in today's tutorial we're going to look at this practice activity. Now this activity is going to be great for people that are beginning with Solidworks and want to develop the skills. Let's teach you a few new little tricks. Okay, if you are new to the channel, please subscribe. We have lots of Solidworks content on here, and we will be constantly supporting you in developing and learning the Solidworks software. So what we're going to do is I'm going to dive into this model and show you how we go around creating it, and we'll produce it and you can have a go. So let's jump in. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is select the front plane, and on the front plane I'm going to create a sketch. Now this sketch, I'm going to start off with a center line going through the origin. So, okay, I'm going to take that center line and make it related by midpoint to the origin plane, and I'm going to put a dimension in there of 80. So that's 80 high. Now this will be our sort of our construction or center point for our model, so everything's going to be dimensioned off this. So let's start off with our lower section. Now our lower section starts from the center point, comes across and up to the same height as our origin, and then it also comes out from here forward that way as well. Okay, so putting some dimensions to this, it comes out 30. And it goes across here 105. We then raise up to the same height as there, which is 40, knowing that's halfway. So if I make them 2 points horizontally related, like so. Now all I did to do that was just click on one and hold control and click on the other, and it highlighted both points. Okay, so we've got this bottom section here, so I'm going to create an extrusion from that. Now you'll see I've not drawn out a thickness here. I'm just going to use excuse me, the fin feature in the extrude button. Excuse me, my voice is going a bit. Okay, so if we go to the extrude button here, now you'll see it's automatically picked up on that line, and the thin feature has automatically been selected. Now at the moment it's pulling it below the line. I want to go above the line, so you'll see there that it now comes inside that line rather than outside of the line. I'm then going to extrude that, but I'm going to extrude it by the midplane, and I'm going to extrude it by 60, like so. And then tick there. Okay, right, now this here has a arc on the end, so I'm going to fillet that off. So fillet tool. Now I'm going to select the full round fillet tool here, and that requires me to select 3 faces. I'm going to start with this side, then the end, and then in the final box the far side, like so. And you'll see in the preview that it rounds off around them 3 points. Tick there, and we get a nice sort of D dome shaped end there. Right, okay. So from there then I'm going to have a shaft coming up from the centre of here. So I'm going to select on this face, I'm going to sketch on that face. I'm going to go to the circle tool and select the origin there. Now the reason we put our original construction line through that origin was because most things are taking place through that point. So from there I'm going to extrude, set a diameter to that circle, and the diameter of that circle is going to be 20, and I'm going to extrude that up. Now I'm going to extrude that up to the highest point, so it's up 10 and it's going to go up to 80, so it's going to be 70 millimeter extrude from that top face. Like so. Okay, so now we've got that extrude in there. I'm going to put the cap on the top of here, and the cap on the top of here is 30mm diameter. So I'm going to sketch on that top face, sketch a circle, and I'm just going to dimension that up to 30, like so. Features, extrude. Now it's going to extrude up. I only want it to extrude by 10, so I'm going to change that to 10. And I want it to go down, so I'm going to flip the direction there and bring it down by 10 and tick. Okay, so looking good there. I'm just going to view this from the top. So all I've done there is hit the space bar. That brings up my view planes, and I can just click which side I want to view it from. So now I'm viewing it from straight down from above. What I'm going to do now is put in this outer shape. Okay, so I'm going to select this part here because I know I want to draw on that level. Sketch, and I'm going to take the line tool, and I am going to start from center here, come out, up to align with my origin, move my cursor away, back to there. I'm going to come round here like so. Drop it on line, and then complete the loop round. Now if I move the cursor away from my point when I'm in a line and then back to it, it changes the line to an arc like you've seen there. Okay, so now I've got that, I'm just going to put a center line in here from my origin down to that point there. So now I know that from this point to the outer edge of here is going to be 75. Like so. And from there to there is going to be 150 out and across. Now I want to know the distance from there to there, which again is going to be 75. So that just pull it into place. We've got that fully defined. What I do need to do is just put a radius on these bottom corners here. And the radius on these bottom corners is going to be 40. So I'm going to go to fillet here. I'm going to change that to 40. And tick there. And tick there. Like so. Okay, so once I've got that in place, I'm just going to offset this outer edge here. So if I go to the offset tool, I'm going to offset this all by 10. So at the moment I've offsetted, I've clicked the outside line, it's selected everything as a chain, which means it's selected all the lines. If I now bring that in, so if I reverse the direction so it comes inside the shape, and tick there, like so, and that's brought that inside, like so. Okay, so what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to go to Features, Extrude, and rather than extruding it up, I'm going to bring it down. So I'm going to reverse the direction so it comes down into the lower half of the model, and tick there. And we've got that outer ring. Now our last parts to this is connecting this outer ring up to this top surface. So let's have a go at doing that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the section tool to help me here. So the section tool is the fourth one along on this row here. Clicking this, and you'll see it's cut through halfway there. So if I'm happy with that view, I can change the views here, which way I want to cut through. I'm happy with that first view, so I'm going to tick that, and I'm going to be going along this plane. Now this plane here should be the front plane. So I'm going to sketch on the front plane. So I'm moving straight on with the front plane there, like so. I'm going to create the profile that I want for these sort of curvatured arms here. But to do that, I'm just going to put a centre line down here first, like so. Okay, so I'm going to start from that centre line. I'm going to come across, I'm going to come down, and I'm going to come across to this end point there, like so. Okay, so what I want to know is the distance this is going to come out. I'm going to repeat the process coming out this way as well. Now we'll see if it picks up in this corner. Sometimes it doesn't like to pick up on the corner, but we'll see how it gets on. Okay, so I'm going to create a offset distance between them there. The distance between them is going to be 70, and it's going to be 35 from one side to the other. So one side to the centre. So we're offset exactly halfway. Okay, so once we've got that in there, we now are going to offset this down by 10. So if I go to the offset tool, in fact actually first of all I'm going to lock this out here. So from the centre line to that point there is going to be 65. So let's drop that down there, and we're spot on 65. Okay, now I can offset this. So offset, it's selected that line all the way along as a chain. I'm going to reverse the direction, keep it at 10, and drop that in there like so. Okay, so now I've got that in there, what I want to do is I want to create some radiuses on this. So I'm going to go to the radius tool here, and I'm going to create, first of all, 15 milli radius on here and on here, and take that. Okay, then what I'm going to create is a 25 milli radius at the bottom here, and a 15 one here as well. So if I go to 15 there and 15 there, and 25 on that inside edge at the bottom, and 25 on that inside edge there at the bottom, like so. The last part of this is just that small one at the top here, which is going to be 5. So there, and there, and tick. Now we've got that curvature in place. We're coming up throwing up an error on this point here. I'm just going to try and find out what's on with this. Quintiles point edge. We'll see what happens when I leave the sketch. So it thinks there's an error here. We'll see what it throws up as an error when I come out of the sketch in a moment. I am just going to close off this sketch on either end with a line down between the 2 points, like so. Now once we've closed that off, I'm going to Features, Extrude. Now I want it to come out 10 each way, or 10 thickness, but I want it to be about the mid-plane like so, and then tick. And we've got that over the top. Now it's not saying that it's throwing up an error, so we're good there. Lovely. So what we've got here is this looping across this side. Now we're going to have to do the same across the other. So if I just come out of that section view, I'm going to put another section view going across here. So that would be the end view there, like so. And I'm going to tick there. Now the advantage to originally setting up that centre line down the origin means that now I can select the right plane, and it will go through that centre position of this shaft, and I'll be able to draw onto here. So right plane, and I'm going to sketch on there, view it straight on from the right plane, and I'm going to create the same process. So line across, up, all the way across again, down to the end point there. And we get that shape. Now, again, I'm going to put a center line in. Okay, so I've connected that up with the end point. I'm going to make this line vertical, and that should just drag that in a bit. Now, top line there needs to be at 70, like so. Excuse me. Okay, so we are locked in there to 70, and we should be a height here of 40. Perfect. Now I'm going to offset this again by 10, so select this chain, this line, offset by 10 down, and tick in place. So we're following that same process we did for the last one. Join up these ends on either side. Like so. So we're just closing off that sketch. Excuse me. Now we've closed off that sketch, I can now fillet these corners. So we're going to create a fillet on these edges. Again, so fillet tool, I'm going to run through the same ones. So we're going to start with the 5 in this case, since it's already on there, and that's them 2 top inside ones. We'll then move to the 15, and the 15 is going to include that top one, and these 2 lower ones here. Tick that. Now we've just lost some shape to this, it's not an issue. I'm just going to get this point here and drag this out across there. If we take that back to 70, it'll pull it back out, like so. Now the reason it lost that shape is because I dimensioned it rather than up to the lines, I dimensioned it up to the top corner points, and because this radius got rid of them top corner points, it no longer had a relationship there. So just be careful when you're dimensioning what you're dimensioning to as you edit your model. The last bit here is just going to be radius off these bottom corners. So we're going to need the 25 now, so we're going to go to 25, and we're just going to round off these lower ends or edges here, like so. Now I've got that in place, I can go to features, I can go to extrude, and I'm going to extrude again around that mid plane, and you'll see our preview now, he's going across that center line, or that line that we've created, that sketch, and we now have not defined fully. Let's pop back into that sketch and edit that final line. Edit sketch. Our